Hello, my name is Cindy. I want to tell you about something significant in my life. When I met my boyfriend, I met my boyfriend through my neighbor, who's a friend of mine. And now my neighbor had told that guy, my boyfriend now, that I was deaf, that I couldn't hear, that communication with me was going to be difficult, perhaps. And so we decided to meet. We met in front of my home. And so when we initially met, it was hard because I couldn't hear. The first time I saw him, I also didn't like him. I wasn't very interested. So it was hard for us to communicate. So on Valentine's Day, he gave me my first rose, and I was just taken back. And my family saw that he had given to me. And so, I grabbed the rose and I'm happy. I was excited at that time. It was the very first time that a guy had given me a rose, flowers. So we decided that we wanted to go out, and we went out to a Halloween party. But most people in that party were hearing, so, I wasn't very comfortable, but I bared through it. So when we were talking, he's still hearing. I couldn't understand him. I couldn't hear him. And so we decided to start texting using a phone. And we wrote back and forth, messaging each other. And so he wanted to learn sign language, and I tried to teach him, but we weren't comfortable because the hearing people that were around us were watching us as we signed. And I really didn't want to embarrass him. And I also didn't want to lose him because I was starting to really like him. And he seemed... Oh, I forgot his name. His name is Javier. Well, anyway, I was trying to teach him sign at this party, and he really didn't care that people were watching. He wanted to keep learning. And that made me feel confident. I, I, he just accepted who I was, and we were talking back and forth, signing back and forth, and whatever he learned, I was teaching him. And so I've kept teaching him sign. And I fell in love with him, and we continued dating, going out. And so we finally met each other's families. His family was shocked because I was deaf. They were wondering how we were going to be able to communicate with each other. But he loves me. He loved me either way. Now, when it came to my family loves him too. We've been together now for 4 years. And, well, we're going to be 5 years next year. And a lot of people thought that we were going to get married. And really, to be honest, I don't want to get married. I don't think it's important. We just have love for each other, and that's what's most important. There were many deaf people that were against us being together because of the fact that my boyfriend isn't a good signer. He knows how to finger spell. He knows numbers. But I really don't care. He tries, and he's never given up. He's never tried to not communicate with me. He's always been persistent in signing to me. Anything I need, he's there for me. If it's something for school, he can help me. He's helped me just so much. And I do feel like I owe him a lot. And I never give him anything in return. And I still love him, and he still loves me. He's not embarrassed of me, but He doesn't like people who are hearing and don't understand deaf people. He feels like it's a lack of respect. Like recently, I showed him the video, or the show, or the video of a show where Chelsea lately made poke of interpreters. He was surprised too, and she asked me what the video was saying, and really I was explaining that they were making fun of deaf people, making fun of deaf people's facial expressions,